other aspects there with the Jamiat. And Alhamdulillah, they have come once again to give us support with regards to our children and our Maktab syllabus. Yeah, the Jamiat syllabus is something I've personally worked with for many, many years. And Alhamdulillah, we continue with this, although we're so far from South Africa, because we have the support of the Jamiatul-Ulama. So I'll hand over to Maulana.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا صدق الله العظيم. Respected ulama ikram, friends and brothers, firstly I would like to say Jazakallahu khairan to Maulana Ghulam. From madrasa days, it was always his caring heart that won these students over, and I'm sure it is the same quality of his that has kept him in good stead with the community here. So we would like to thank Maulana for this opportunity of being with you for a short while, and inshallah, in a little while, whatever we can share together, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we hope we will leave you with something that will let us all become better than what we were before we entered. So in the world that we live in today, we know that the world demands beauty. For example, if you have the clothes that you wear, it doesn't matter how genuine that garment is. It can be 100% cotton, it can be 100% wool. But if that garment is not embellished and beautified, it is not dyed, it is not given a color, it will no longer hold its attraction to us. There needs to be color, there needs to be a design on that garment. So its genuineness is there. But for it to become appealing to us, for that garment to be bought by us, it needs something else. It needs a decoration, it needs an embellishment. And in that embellishment is the attraction of that garment. Furniture, for example. You can have the most genuine pine oak furniture. But if that piece of furniture is not varnished, it is not given a glamorous look, it will not hold its appeal to us. So, respected brothers, like how you and I want something to be decorated, to become attractive to the eye, in certain acts, Allah Ta'ala has put an embellishment. Allah Ta'ala has put a decoration so that it becomes appealing to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And we are going to speak about 2 or 3 of these qualities as per time permits, inshallah. And if we leave from here telling this to others, inshallah, it will make us better people, and the people we say it to will become better people, inshallah. So, the first of these qualities is that ulama say that the decoration and the beauty and the attraction of a bounty of Allah Ta'ala is in gratitude. So, Allah Ta'ala gives His bounties to a Muslim, to a non-Muslim. Allah gives His bounties to the obedient, to the disobedient. Everybody gets food, everybody gets clothing, everybody gets shelter. The bounties of Allah Ta'ala are showered upon us. But that person whose bounty is attractive in the sight of Allah Ta'ala is that person who accepts that bounty with gratitude. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. See that? When we will learn to become appreciative of the bounties of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, then that bounty becomes attractive in the sight of Allah Ta'ala. And that is what adds value to that bounty that we have. So we learn to live with a grateful tongue. A tongue that is ever grateful to Allah Ta'ala. And how do we do that? Very simple, respected brothers. We learn to say, Alhamdulillah. Under all circumstances, we learn to say, Alhamdulillah. We ate food, Alhamdulillah. We teach, we say this out loud. So our children can hear. My wife can hear. Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has given us this bounty. You are wearing your garment. Alhamdulillah, Allah has given it to us. You took your children to school. Alhamdulillah, Allah made it possible for us to come. That our tongues constantly are engaged in this sort of gratitude. That everything we do, it is preceded with Alhamdulillah. Will we do this inshallah? So that is the first thing. Allah has kept decoration of His bounties in shukr, in gratitude. The second thing that Allah Ta'ala has kept is that in bala, in calamities, in misfortune, Allah has kept its decoration and its acceptance in the second thing. And that second thing is sabr. So, in the bounties of Allah, Allah has kept its beauty in shukr. The second thing, in the beauty of difficulty and hardship, Allah has kept its beauty and its acceptance in sabr. And a very beautiful example is given of Mahmud Ghaznavi and his assistant Ayaz. It is said that once Mahmud Ghaznavi rahimahullah distributed fruit to all his courtiers, and when they began to eat the fruit, they found the fruit to be very, very bitter. So each one of them, as they took a bite, they spat that out, or they just swallowed that one and they gave the fruit back, saying that this fruit is not even palatable. We can't even eat this fruit. And the king saw all of his courtiers doing the same thing. But when he turned to Ayaz, what was Ayaz doing? He was eating the fruit with relish. He was enjoying the fruit. So the king is now completely baffled. He asks, Ayaz, is your fruit not bitter? So Ayaz replied that, "O king, this fruit is definitely bitter." So the king asked him, "So Ayaz, everyone else is spitting it out. Why are you not spitting it out?" Let us take this message of Ayaz home. What was the reply of Ayaz? Ayaz said, "O king, every single day I receive bounty upon bounty with these hands of mine. Every single day I receive bounty upon bounty with these hands of mine, and I utilize these bounties. Today, once after so many years, little bit of difficulty came upon me. I got a fruit that was bitter in taste. When I looked at all of your bounties and I looked at this fruit, it did not behove that I return this one little fruit back to you. In comparison to all the bounties that I received with these hands, it did not behove that I return this fruit to you. Thinking of all the bounties that I received with these hands, I began to eat this fruit with even more relish that I would have eaten were it sweet." And that is the decoration of bala, of difficulty, hardship, that we see all the bounties that our hands have received before we express ingratitude to Allah Ta'ala. So we learn to foresee the difficulties that come, the misfortunes that come into our life. We develop a body that is patient, that has sabr in it. So the first one we spoke about was the bounty, the ni'mat, the bounties of Allah Ta'ala. The decoration and the adornment of that bounty is in what? Is in shukr. The second thing we spoke about is the decoration and the adornment of bala, of a calamity, is in sabr. And the third thing, respected brothers, this is something that the fabric of our society is being destroyed today. Husband and wife are in constant argument. Father and son cannot see eye to eye. And if we remember this third thing, inshallah, it will repair and mend many, many relationships. Are we being attentive to the third one? Inshallah. The third one is that all of us, if somebody comes to you, they tell you, somebody comes to knock on your door, they say it's the Jamaat, we know already what he's going to say. He's going to invite us to what? To Salah. And in the back of your mind, you say what? I know this. Huh? I know this. What you're telling me, I know already. But I'm going to give you now something further than that. That in the Quran, Allah Ta'ala joined with ilm. Allah joined another quality. And the beauty of ilm is in this third quality. That Allah Ta'ala give it to us, inshallah. And in the Quran, Allah Ta'ala says, وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلِيمًا حَلِيمًا. That Allah Ta'ala is alim. Allah knows. But with knowledge, Allah has coupled its decoration. Allah has coupled its embellishment. Allah has coupled the beauty of knowledge. And that is found in hilm, in being tolerant. So we will go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the hilm of Allah ta'ala. What is the level of tolerance of our Allah? Ulama say that when I begin to think of a sin, is Allah aware of it or not? Allah is aware. Allah is alim. So that thought of a sin that is running in my mind, Allah is aware of that thought. When I begin to contemplate and plan the execution of this wrong, this haram, this transgression against the law of Allah Ta'ala, is Allah aware of my planning? Allah is completely aware of my planning. So Allah was aware of the thought when it even entered into my mind. Allah was aware of the planning of the execution of that thought. That haram that was being planned in my mind, Allah was aware of that. I went and I committed that wrong. No one else saw me committing this wrong. Was Allah aware of it? Allah was completely aware of it. But look at the hilm of our Allah, respected brothers. Allah Ta'ala was aware of the thought. Allah was aware of the planning of that thought. Allah was aware of the execution of that thought. Did Allah remove my eyesight for that? Did Allah take away my speech? Did Allah paralyze me? This is the hilm of our Allah, respected brothers. Say Subhanallah. This is that Allah, respected brothers. The hilm and the tolerance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah Ta'ala, the all-knowing, completely aware of all the wrongs that I committed against Him, but yet did not deprive me of His bounties. And that when we interact with our children, with my spouse, with my community, that bond, that glue that is going to unite the fabric of our society, that is going to unite our homes, that home in which this unity has come about, that home in which there is differences, that community in which one cannot see eye to eye with another. It is because this beauty, this decoration of ilm is gone. All of us know everything. My opinion is right. You speak to your wife, she has an opinion. Who's the boss of the house? Tanehu cover. I'm the one who knows. You listen to me. Your son says something. What's the reply? Tanehu cover. I'm the one who knows. Listen to me. Gee, imagine if Allah Ta'ala had to treat you and I like that. Imagine if Allah had to treat you and I like that. That sin that enters into my mind, Allah gives me that reply. Tanehu kabar. Let me show you what I can do to you. What would happen to us, respected brothers? So that third quality, that hilm, that tolerance. If we look at the life of Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, she is so beautifully presented to us. Even when we intend to do right, it comes out wrong. For example, there was a spouse, husband and wife, and the husband invited one of his friends over for supper. So Ahmad invited Yusuf over, and Yusuf came to Ahmad's house, and he noticed a very beautiful thing. Yusuf noticed that before Ahmad wanted something from his wife, then he would not call her by her name. He would say, "My darling, bring me this here, please." And when he wanted something else, "My love, bring me this here, please. My honey, bring me this here. Sweetie pie, bring me this here." So Yusuf was like ecstatic, subhanallah. He's married for over 40 years now. And he is still using such endearing terms to his wife. So after the meal was over,